Welcome to our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
Mm.
This book is a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
And today we're going to explore why its financial wisdom,
Mm.
drawn from ancient parables, is still so relevant in the 21st century.
What's fascinating about The Richest Man in Babylon is how it presents financial advice as a journey of learning. Much like we're doing today.
Yeah,
We'll move through each chapter, but instead of just summarizing the plot,
right.
we'll connect the dots, weaving together a tapestry of insights about wealth building that you can apply to your own life.
Okay, so no need to have read the book beforehand.
Yeah.
We're going to guide us through this ancient world of financial wisdom.
Right.
What's the first stop on our journey?
The book kicks off with a foreword that lays out the core premise. Financial success is attainable for everyone, and it's built upon personal responsibility.
Okay,
It's about taking control of your finances,
right.
not waiting for luck or a windfall.
So it's not about being born into wealth, but about cultivating a wealth-building mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings us to chapter 1, The Man Who Desired Gold,
Okay.
where we meet two friends, Bansir, a chariot builder, and Kabi, a musician.
Okay.
Bansir is struggling financially, constantly wishing for more gold,
Yeah.
while Kabi seems to have a knack for attracting wealth.
What's the difference between these two? Is Kabi just lucky?
Not quite.
Oh.
The key difference lies in their approach to wealth. Bansir simply desires gold,
Okay.
while Kabi actively seeks knowledge about how to acquire it. Kabi understands that wealth is a result of understanding and applying specific principles, not chance.
That reminds me of the saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach
Yeah.
a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Right.
Sounds like Kabi is learning how to fish for wealth.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
And that thirst for knowledge leads us to chapter 2, The Richest Man in Babylon,
Okay.
where we meet the legendary Arkad. He's the epitome of wealth in Babylon, and everyone wants to know his secret.
So what is Arkad's secret to amassing such wealth? Was he just in the right place at the right time?
Arkad attributes his success to diligently learning and applying the laws of money.
Okay.
He didn't inherit his wealth or stumble upon it. He actively sought out knowledge,
Right.
learned from his mistakes, and
Yeah.
built his fortune over time.
Okay, so no shortcuts or magic formulas.
Right.
It's about acquiring financial literacy and putting in the work.
Yeah.
But what exactly are these laws of money that Arkad keeps mentioning?
That's where chapter 3, 7 Cures for a Lean Purse, comes in.
Okay.
Arkad, at the king's request,
Hmm?
teaches a group of men his 7 cures for financial woes. These cures are essentially timeless principles of personal finance.
It's like ancient Babylon's version of a personal finance seminar.
Yeah,
What are some of these cures?
Mhm.
Are they still relevant today?
absolutely. The first 3 cures are foundational and surprisingly relatable to modern personal finance.
Oh,
The first cure is to start thy purse to fattening. In other words, save at least 10% of your earnings.
that's the classic pay yourself first advice we hear all the time.
Exactly.
Okay.
The second cure is to control thy expenditures,
Okay.
which emphasizes the importance of budgeting and living within your means.
Got it.
And the third cure is make thy gold multiply,
Okay.
encouraging wise investments to generate passive income.
Wow. It's amazing how these ancient principles align with modern financial advice.
Right.
Saving, budgeting, invest, it's all there.
Yeah.
But accumulating wealth is only one part of the equation, right?
Right.
We also need to protect what we've earned.
You're right. And that brings us to chapter 4, Meet the Goddess of Good Luck.
Okay.
This chapter explores the interplay of preparation, opportunity, and luck in financial success. Arkad argues that luck often favors those who are prepared and take action when opportunity arises.
So it's not just about sitting back and hoping for good luck.
Right.
It's about being proactive and positioning yourself for success.
Precisely.
Okay.
The chapter even includes a cautionary tale about a merchant who missed a profitable opportunity because he hesitated and doubted himself.
Oh.
It highlights the importance of recognizing and seizing opportunities when they present themselves, especially in the realm of finance.
It sounds like a reminder to overcome fear and procrastination and take calculated risks when the potential rewards are worth it.
Oh.
But wouldn't a structured approach to managing wealth be a more reliable path to attracting that good luck?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it leads us perfectly into chapter 5, The 5 Laws of Gold, which introduces a framework for managing wealth. We meet Arkad's son, Nomasir,
Okay.
who is given a bag of gold and a clay tablet inscribed with the 5 laws. His task is to prove himself worthy of inheriting his father's wealth by successfully managing this initial capital.
High stakes. So what are these 5 laws of gold that no monsieur has to master?
The 5 laws are essentially guiding principles for building and preserving wealth.
Okay.
The first law reiterates the importance of paying yourself first, saving at least 10% of your earnings.
Okay.
The second law advises seeking advice from those skilled in handling money.
So don't be afraid to ask for help and learn from those who have experience in managing finances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The third law encourages wise investments to make your gold multiply.
Gotcha.
The fourth law cautions against guarding your treasures from loss, emphasizing the importance of avoiding risky investments or get-rich-quick schemes.
Right.
And finally, the fifth law promotes owning your own home as a symbol of stability and a solid investment.
It's like a blueprint for building a solid financial foundation.
Yeah.
But how does no monsieur fare with these laws?
Oh.
Does he succeed in managing his gold?
No Monsieur's journey is a classic tale of early mistakes and eventual redemption. He initially loses his gold through impulsive decisions and risky ventures, mirroring the common pitfalls that many of us face when we first start managing our finances.
It sounds like he learned some valuable lessons the hard way.
He does.
Okay.
But through those experiences, he begins to understand the true value of the 5 laws. He learns to be patient, to seek wise counsel, and to make informed investment decisions.
Got it.
Ultimately, he rebuilds his wealth and even surpasses his initial starting point.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
It shows that even after setbacks, financial recovery and success are possible with discipline and the right guidance.
Right.
It seems like the theme of profitable handling of gold is central to these early chapters. Where does the story take us next?
Well, the focus shifts slightly in Chapter 6, The Gold Lender of Babylon,
Okay.
which explores the principles of responsible lending and borrowing. We meet Rodan, a spearmaker,
Okay.
who receives a reward from the king and seeks advice from Mathon, a wise gold lender on how to best utilize it.
It sounds like a mentorship relationship is forming. What wisdom does Mathon impart to Rodan?
Mathon emphasizes the importance of lending wisely only to those who can repay
Right.
and who have a sound plan for using the funds productively. He also stresses the need to safeguard investments by ensuring a way to get your money back.
Okay.
He cautions against lending for frivolous purposes or to those who haven't demonstrated financial responsibility.
It sounds like advice that's relevant not just for professional lenders,
Right.
but for anyone considering lending money to friends or family.
Exactly.
It's about being cautious and making sure that both parties benefit from the arrangement.
Exactly.
Right.
Mathon illustrates these principles through stories from his token chest.
Okay.
Each token represents a loan he's made, and each story carries a lesson about the nature of borrowers and the importance of assessing risk.
Oh.
Some tokens represent successful ventures and repaid loans, while others remind him of defaults and losses, each serving as a valuable piece of financial wisdom.
I love the analogy of the token chest. It's like a tangible representation of his financial journey,
Yeah.
filled with both triumphs and failures.
Right.
And it seems like a good reminder to learn from both our successes and our mistakes when it comes to managing money.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that emphasis on safeguarding our financial well-being leads us to Chapter 7, The Walls of Babylon,
Okay.
which draws a powerful parallel between the physical walls that protected the city from invaders and the metaphorical walls of financial security that we need to build in our own lives.
Okay. I'm intrigued. How do the walls of Babylon relate to personal finance?
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Just as the walls of Babylon provided safety and security for its citizens, our modern-day walls of savings insurance and dependable investments protect us from financial hardship and uncertainty.
Right.
They give us a sense of stability and peace of mind.
It's a brilliant analogy.
Yeah.
So just as the Babylonians relied on their sturdy walls for protection, we need to build our own financial defenses to withstand unexpected challenges and setbacks.
Exactly.
What's the next stop on our exploration of the richest man in Babylon?
Chapter 8. The Camel Trader of Babylon
Okay.
takes us on a journey of resilience and transformation. We meet Dabasir,
Okay.
who once experienced the depths of debt and even slavery, but managed to turn his life around and become a successful camel trader.
That sounds like a story of hope and second chances.
Yeah.
What led to Devasir's initial downfall?
Dabasir's early struggles stemmed from overspending and living beyond his means, a trap that many of us fall into even today.
Yeah.
He equated spending with happiness and got caught in a cycle of debt.
It's a reminder that our spending habits can have a huge impact on our financial well-being.
Right.
It's not just about how much we earn,
Right.
but also how we manage what we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dabasir's story highlights the psychological aspect of money management.
Okay.
It's not just about numbers. It's about understanding our relationship with money, our spending triggers, and the emotional drivers behind our financial decisions.
So Devasir was in debt and even enslaved.
Yeah.
How did he manage to turn things around?
Dabasir's turning point came when he shifted his mindset from blaming external factors to taking ownership of his situation. He realized that his financial freedom depended on his own choices and actions.
It sounds like a classic example of taking personal responsibility for one's financial well-being.
Right.
What steps did he take to break free from debt and build a new life?
That's where Chapter 9, The Clay Tablets from Babylon, comes in.
Okay.
This chapter details Dabasir's meticulous plan for debt repayment and wealth building, all documented on clay tablets.
Wow.
Essentially his version of budgeting spreadsheets.
Clay tablets, I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a glimpse into the history of personal finance tracking.
Right.
What did Devasir's plan entail?
His plan consisted of 3 key elements: saving 10% of his earnings,
Okay.
living on 70%, and
Yeah.
dedicating the remaining 20% to systematically repaying his debts.
Okay.
He tracked his progress meticulously, noting not only his financial milestones,
Right.
but also his emotional journey, his struggles, his wife's support, and even the changing attitudes of his creditors as he steadily chipped away at his debt.
I find it fascinating that he documented his emotional journey alongside his financial progress. It reminds us that personal finance is not just about numbers.
Right.
It's about the human experiences,
Yeah.
the challenges, the sacrifices, and the ultimate sense of accomplishment that comes with achieving financial freedom.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Dabasir's story is a testament to the power of having a plan, sticking to it, and finding support along the way.
Yeah.
His use of clay tablets, while ancient, foreshadows the importance of tracking our finances, setting goals,
Yeah.
and celebrating our progress,
Yeah.
even the small wins.
It makes me think about modern budgeting tools and apps that help us visualize our financial goals and stay on track.
Right.
It's like the digital equivalent of Dabasir's clay tablet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And while the tools may have evolved, the underlying principles of discipline, consistency, and thoughtful planning remain remarkably relevant.
This deep dive has been fascinating so far. We've explored the foundations of wealth building, the importance of saving and budgeting, the power of seeking wise counsel, and the need to protect our financial resources.
Yeah.
But what about the role of luck? Is it just random chance, or can we influence our financial fortune?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us perfectly into Chapter 10, The Luckiest Man in Babylon,
Okay.
which explores the complex relationship between hard work opportunity and luck. We revisit Sharunada,
Oh.
a successful merchant who finds himself grappling with how to instill a strong work ethic in Hadangula, his former partner's grandson.
Ah, the classic clash between generations and perspectives on work and wealth.
Right.
What's Hadangula's attitude towards work?
Hadangula represents a perspective that many of us might encounter.
Okay.
He believes that work is beneath him and that wealth should come effortlessly. He's inherited a sense of entitlement and hasn't yet grasped the value of hard work and perseverance.
So Sharunada has a challenge on his hands.
Yeah.
How does he attempt to change Hadangula's perspective?
Sharunada chooses to share his own story, hoping to inspire Hadangula through his personal journey.
Okay.
He recounts his experience starting as a slave, highlighting how he gained his freedom through hard work, resilience, and recognizing opportunities.
Like he's trying to demonstrate that success is often a result of effort, not just privilege or luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He emphasizes that his good fortune stemmed from a combination of hard work, seizing opportunities, and the support of those who believed in him, including Hadangula's own grandfather.
Okay.
He wants Hadangula to understand that luck isn't some magical force, but a result of aligning your efforts with the right opportunities and surrounding yourself with supportive people.
It's a powerful message about the interplay of preparation, action, and opportunity.
Right.
But does Sharunada's story have the desired impact on Hadangula?
Well, that's where the chapter leaves us with a bit of a cliffhanger.
Oh.
It doesn't explicitly state whether Hadangula fully embraces Sharunada's perspective,
Okay.
but it does offer a glimmer of hope, suggesting that even those who seem resistant to change can be influenced by powerful stories and genuine mentorship.
That's a great storytelling technique. It leaves us wondering about Hadangula's future and reflecting on the power of mentorship in our own lives.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up part 1 of our deep dive, let's briefly touch on Chapter 11, An Historical Sketch of Babylon.
Okay.
This chapter provides a fascinating historical context for the stories we've been exploring. It highlights the remarkable achievements of the Babylonian civilization, particularly in engineering, finance, and law,
Okay.
reminding us that these principles of wealth building emerged from a vibrant and sophisticated society.
It's like zooming out to appreciate the bigger picture, the environment that fostered these timeless principles of financial management.
It's incredible to think that ideas from thousands of years ago can still be relevant today. I'm eager to continue our exploration in part 2.
Me too.
Welcome back to our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon. In part 1, we explored the foundations of wealth building,
Right.
delving into the importance of saving, budgeting, investing, and protecting our financial resources.
Yeah.
We journeyed through the stories of Bansir Kobi Arkad and even Arkad's son Nomasir.
It's amazing how those ancient parables resonate with modern-day financial advice, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a testament to the enduring nature of these principles.
Absolutely. And I'm eager to continue our exploration.
Okay.
What's next on our journey through ancient Babylon?
Well, in Chapter 12, the tablets from Babylon,
Okay.
we revisit Dabasir, the former camel slave who transformed his life through disciplined financial planning.
Right.
Remember those clay tablets he used to track his debt repayment and savings goals?
Yes, it was like his ancient version of a budgeting spreadsheet.
Exactly.
What insights does he offer in this chapter?
Dabasir reflects on the long-term impact of his financial journey.
Okay.
He emphasizes that true wealth isn't just about the gold you accumulate, but also about the wisdom and character you develop along the way.
So it's about personal growth as much as financial growth.
Exactly.
Got it.
Dabasir talks about the importance of integrity, perseverance, and the support of loved ones in achieving lasting financial success.
Okay.
He's learned that true wealth encompasses not just material possessions, but also strong relationships and a sense of purpose.
That's a beautiful perspective.
Yeah.
It reminds us that financial freedom is a means to an end, not the end itself.
Right.
It's about creating a life of abundance and meaning.
Precisely.
Okay.
Dabasir's reflections highlight the transformative power of financial discipline. It's not just about numbers.
Right.
It's about building a life of fulfillment in all areas.
This makes me think about my own financial goals and the kind of person I aspire to become.
Yeah.
It's not just about achieving a certain net worth.
Right.
It's about the values I embody and the impact I have on others.
That's a powerful insight.
Yeah,
And it speaks to the deeper wisdom embedded in these ancient tales. The richest man in Babylon isn't just about getting rich.
Right.
It's about living a life of purpose and using your wealth to create positive change.
Speaking of purpose and impact, what other gems of wisdom await us in the remaining chapters?
Well, Chapter 13, The Luckiest Man in Babylon, continues the theme of opportunity and luck.
Okay.
We revisit Sharunada, the successful merchant who's trying to instill a strong work ethic, and Hadan Gula, his former partner's grandson.
Yes, Hadan Gula, the young man who seemed to think that work was beneath him. Did Sharunada's stories have any impact on his perspective?
Sharunada continues sharing his life story, hoping to inspire Hadan Gula with his journey from slavery to success. He emphasizes that his good fortune wasn't a matter of chance, but rather a result of hard work, seizing opportunities, and surrounding himself with supportive people, including Hadan Gula's own grandfather.
So it's about recognizing that we often create our own luck by taking action, building relationships, and being open to new possibilities.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sharunada challenges Hadan Gula's belief that wealth comes solely from privilege or inheritance. He shows him that through dedication, resilience, and a willingness to learn, anyone can achieve financial success.
It's like the saying, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Right.
It's about putting yourself in a position to capitalize on opportunities when they arise.
Yeah.
But does Hadan Gula ultimately embrace this perspective?
That's the intriguing part of this chapter.
Yeah.
It doesn't give us a definitive answer.
Okay.
It leaves us wondering if Hadan Gula's mindset truly shifts,
Right.
or if he remains resistant to the idea of hard work as a path to wealth.
It's like the author wants us to ponder the question ourselves, to reflect on the power of mentorship and the potential for personal growth, even in those who seem resistant to change.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that we can plant seeds of wisdom, but ultimately it's up to the individual to cultivate those seeds and allow them to grow.
It makes me think about the mentors in my own life and the impact they've had on my journey.
Mm,
Sometimes it takes time for their lessons to truly sink in and shape our perspectives.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Growth and transformation are often gradual processes.
Mm.
We might not see the immediate results, but the seeds of wisdom have been planted, and with time and nurturing, they can blossom into something remarkable.
That's a beautiful way to think about it.
Mm.
So where does our journey through The Richest Man in Babylon take us next?
Chapter 14. An historical sketch of Babylon shifts gears a bit,
Okay.
providing a broader historical context for the stories we've been exploring.
Okay.
It highlights the remarkable achievements of the Babylonian civilization, particularly in engineering, finance, and law.
So it's like we're zooming out to appreciate the bigger picture, the environment that fostered these timeless principles of wealth building.
Exactly. The chapter describes their impressive irrigation systems, the invention of money as a medium of exchange, and the development of legal codes that protected property rights and facilitated commerce.
It's fascinating to see how these innovations, which we often take for granted today, emerged from this ancient civilization. It makes me wonder how our modern financial systems might be viewed thousands of years from now.
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah.
It highlights the ever-evolving nature of money and commerce. While the specific tools and technologies may change the fundamental principles of sound financial management, like those highlighted in The Richest Man in Babylon, seem to transcend time.
This deep dive has been incredibly insightful so far.
Yeah.
We've explored the foundational principles of wealth building, the importance of personal responsibility, the power of perseverance, and the role of luck and opportunity.
It's amazing how much wisdom is packed into these ancient parables.
Yeah.
And while the stories themselves are set in ancient Babylon, the lessons they offer are timeless and universally applicable.
Before we wrap up part 2,
Yeah.
what key takeaways would you leave our listeners with so far?
The Richest Man in Babylon emphasizes that financial success is attainable for everyone, regardless of background or current financial situation.
Okay.
It's about adopting a mindset of continuous learning, taking ownership of our financial choices, and applying these principles consistently.
I couldn't agree more. It's about recognizing that financial well-being is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
And it's a journey that we can all embark on one step at a time.
Precisely.
Okay.
It's about developing good habits, making informed decisions, and seeking wise counsel when needed. It's about building a life of financial abundance and purpose.
And on that note, let's wrap up part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
Join us next time for part 3, where we'll explore some final insights and actionable steps inspired by The Richest Man in Babylon. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon. We've journeyed through ancient tales of financial wisdom, explored timeless principles of wealth building,
Yeah.
and now it's time to bring it all together and see how we can apply these lessons to our own lives.
It's been an incredible journey so far.
Yeah, it really has.
We've uncovered so many valuable insights from these ancient parables.
Right.
Now let's shift our focus to turning this wisdom into actionable steps.
Okay, so we have all these golden nuggets of financial advice from ancient Babylon. But where do we even begin to apply them in our modern lives?
Remember Arcad's first cure for a lean purse from chapter 3? Start thy purse to fattening. That's the cornerstone of financial success, consistently setting aside a portion of your earnings.
Right.
The book recommends at least 10%, but the key is to start somewhere and make saving a non-negotiable habit.
Right, pay yourself first.
Yeah.
Such a simple concept, yet so powerful. But what about those of us who are already struggling with debt?
Right.
Where does debt repayment fit into this picture? Should we focus on saving or paying down debt first?
That's a common dilemma.
Yeah.
And Dabasir's story from chapters 9 and 12 offers a compelling roadmap for tackling debt.
Okay.
Remember his 3-part plan documented on those clay tablets?
Okay.
He allocated 20% of his earnings towards debt repayment,
Okay.
while simultaneously saving 10% and living on 70%.
So it's not an either situation.
Right.
It's about finding a balance between aggressively paying down debt while still nurturing the habit of saving.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about creating a system that works for you, acknowledging the importance of both debt reduction and wealth accumulation.
Right.
And remember, the emotional aspect of this journey is just as important as the numbers. Dabasir documented his struggles, his wife's support,
Right.
and the sense of accomplishment he felt as he chipped away at his debt.
Yeah.
Those emotions can be powerful motivators.
It's like he turned his debt repayment plan into a personal growth challenge.
Mm.
a testament to his commitment to transforming his financial life.
Right.
It makes me think about the importance of finding support and celebrating milestones, no matter how small, along our own financial journeys.
That's such a valuable insight.
Yeah.
Financial success is often a team effort. Whether it's a supportive partner, a financial advisor, or a trusted friend,
Right.
having people in your corner can make a huge difference.
Speaking of seeking guidance,
Mm.
one of the 5 laws of gold emphasizes learning from those who are experienced in handling money.
Yeah.
It's like having a financial mentor to help you navigate the complexities of money management.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Finding a financial advisor or mentor you trust can provide valuable insights and guidance,
Right.
especially when it comes to investing.
Mm.
Remember Nomasir's early mistakes with his bag of gold?
Oh.
He jumped into risky ventures without proper knowledge or guidance.
Right.
The book cautions against seeking quick riches or following the advice of those who are inexperienced in financial matters.
So it's about being patient, doing your research, and seeking advice from those who have a proven track record of success.
Exactly.
Okay, so no get-rich-quick schemes.
Right.
It's about making informed investment decisions based on sound principles and seeking expert advice when needed.
Yeah.
What other practical advice can we take away from The Richest Man in Babylon? I remember the book also talked about owning your own home.
Yes. The book portrays homeownership as a symbol of stability and a solid investment for the future.
Right.
It's about putting down roots, creating a sense of security, and building equity over time.
But isn't that advice a bit outdated? Real estate can be a risky investment, and renting might be a better option for some, especially in today's market.
That's a valid point.
Okay.
It's important to consider your individual circumstances and financial goals.
Right.
While homeownership can be a great investment for some, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Okay.
The key is to weigh the pros and cons carefully and make an informed decision that aligns with your overall financial strategy.
That makes sense. So we've covered saving, budgeting, managing debt, seeking advice, and investing.
Yeah.
What about the importance of protecting our hard-earned wealth?
That's where the powerful metaphor of the walls of Babylon from Chapter 7 comes into play.
Okay.
It reminds us to safeguard our wealth through insurance, emergency savings, and dependable investments.
Right.
It's about having a plan in place to weather unexpected storms.
So just as the walls of Babylon protected its citizens from invaders, our modern-day walls of financial preparedness shield us from financial hardship.
Yeah.
It's about having a safety net and peace of mind.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The Richest Man in Babylon reminds us that financial success is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, market fluctuations, and unexpected challenges along the way.
Right.
It's about consistently applying these principles, learning from our experiences, and adjusting our strategies as needed.
It's about adopting a growth mindset, being patient, and celebrating our progress along the way. But what about those moments when we feel discouraged or tempted to stray from our financial goals?
Right.
How do we stay motivated and committed to this journey?
Remember the stories of Dabasir and Sharonada?
Yeah.
They faced setbacks, challenges, even moments of despair.
Mm.
But they persevered, learned from their mistakes, and ultimately achieved financial freedom.
Right.
Their stories are a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and belief in oneself.
It's a reminder that financial success is not always linear. There will be bumps in the road.
Yeah.
But it's our ability to adapt, learn, and keep moving forward that ultimately determines our success.
You've captured it perfectly.
Yeah.
The Richest Man in Babylon is more than just a collection of financial tips.
Right.
It's a guide to cultivating the right mindset for wealth building. A mindset rooted in personal responsibility, perseverance, and a willingness to learn and grow.
It's about embracing the journey, the challenges and the triumphs alike. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into this timeless classic.
It has been a pleasure.
Hopefully you've gained valuable insights and feel inspired to apply these principles to your own financial journey.
I think so.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you've enjoyed exploring the wisdom of the richest man in Babylon with us. And remember, keep those purses fattening and those financial goals in sight.